believe it or not. Felix says, I'm currently in the process. She is totally unable to accept more than 2 weeks with me at a time. Not sure what. This is a good question, this, I think. I mean, I'm just seeing that there's a lot of words to the question. That's why I'm judging it. That's how I'm judging it. It's like, I think it's good because it's big. And also, you know, maybe I'll get something wrong and, you know, then you can try and correct me. And then I'll block you. Oh god, I'm such an evil despot. I was going to be a 4-hour walk, and then I realised that I was also going to have to carry my bag. You're not saying you just woke up, you're saying fun. I was going to carry on with my you know, I was thinking about just carrying on with my spinner, but then I thought, no, I'm gonna make some proper Lego for a change. I'm gonna show you all that I can make proper Lego. Right, this is, oh my god, this is the situation. It's a catalogue, isn't it? It's not a Lego instruction manual, it's a bloody catalogue. This thing is like, it's getting right on my tits. Where's the follow thing? Goals, isn't it? It's goals. And also it's totally out of date. I need to sort that out. I'm just going to put this here.
Oh, that's perfect, yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm looking taller. It's because I'm a bit higher up, aren't I?
I'm on the little chair, yes.
So that actually does make sense. If I just put it up there, it does make sense. You're mostly new. Good. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. We got undead here. What that means? What they're complaining about? There's no screws or bricks like in the Star Wars universe. Is that something that they are complaining about? Some people need more of a life. Is what I would suggest. But I think I will buy more, as I found it really relaxing and was impressed by the level of detail. Very good. Lego isn't cheap, but it's quality stuff. So yes, it's a good hobby to have. Pandora Studio says I watch Eliza Schlesinger. I can't say that. Schlesinger. There you go. Eliza Schlesinger.
Hide their flaws. He was like American women, or like he was just kind of referring to American women. I guess because of the way I sound, and I'm like, by the way, I'm not American. You do know that. He was like, American women actually go out of their way to hide their flaws, and people can tell, and that's kind of awkward. European / French women, what they do is like, if they have a flaw, they actually don't go out of their way to hide it. They actually.
Speaking of flaws, hello everybody. It's me, Maya Foss. This is Transbricks, and we are gonna build some MF Lego. MFing Lego. First, I'm gonna pour myself a coffee. How you doing, Slopsid? Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Aurelia. You're here. Fantastic. Let me pour myself a nice hot cup of Lego coffee in my Lego cup. Because I kind of feel I need it. It's been a busy week. Oh, got a bit of announcement to make actually. I'll wait until more people are in maybe for the announcement. Aurelia knows what the announcement is. You probably already know what the announcement is as well. It's people who are not on our Discord server. Right, I just made a mess. How did I manage to make a mess? How did I do that? I don't know. I was very careful, but I still did it. Aurelia, you still a little frazzled? Yes, because you had a bad experience last night, didn't you, Aurelia? That sounds absolutely awful. Sorry, I was kind of half asleep when you were sending me the stuff, but that's really, Aurelia's had a traumatic evening. I don't know if you want me to tell people, or if you want to tell people, or we just want to move on. We can just move on. It's up to you. There you go. But yeah, no, I hope everyone else is having a good time, a good Sunday, more of a chilled and relaxed Sunday. Gotta tell you, the weather here is amazing. Blue sky. It's cold. It's still cold. Can you see? Nah, you just see white, don't you? Doesn't pick it up. Blue sky, not a cloud in the sky. Kind of cold, but the sun is warming. It's a lovely day actually. Hello, 1000. Nice to see you. I am back. And pretty good trip. Yeah, pretty good. It was, I would say it was a successful trip. It was pretty full on. Like, I think that me and Aurelia probably walked about, at least 15 to 20 kilometers every day. I don't know. It feels like it anyway. It's chill time. Yeah, hey Studio, how you doing? I'm back and I've done some cool things. I actually did some work on my Bladerunner spinner while I was away. I pretty much did the instructions. I pretty much finished them. So what do I need to do? I need to make some pictures. I need to make some images, because the thing is I don't have a finished one. The parts have been ordered. I think maybe they've all arrived at my parents', but I now need to get the rest of the parts, So I'm going to ask them to send it. Ask them to post it on. Aurelia says she's doing emergency laundry. And you slept badly, since I didn't want to use my duvet and pillow after getting them covered in blood. And Darslofty says, uh-oh, that sounds really bad. It's not Aurelia's blood, which is slightly less bad, but it's someone's blood. And with that ominous message, I'll just stop mentioning anything and let everyone be worried. Okay, cool. Sorry, I gave the game away. No, actually, it was Aurelia's blood. Totally her blood. Errol has good advice, although it does sound like he's got some experience in that regard. Is that advice born from experience, Errol? Slightly suspicious. Remind me, if Errol ever invites me back to his place, then please everyone remind me, don't get in the car. Don't get in the Uber, Maya. That's a really bad idea. There is no pleading of the fifth in Norway, Errol. We don't have a fifth. Fifth what? What fifth are you pleading exactly? It doesn't exist except in courtroom dramas and American TV. And in the US generally. What was I looking at? I was looking at it. I'll put this up because I still need to get this actually. I really do need to order this. Thinking about it. I need to order that. Sloth food. You certainly kept me entertained. Cool. You've been enjoying the company of 1000 Stars. He's got a fantastic stream channel as well. Can we do a shout out to 1000 Stars, please, Aurelia? And if we do that, maybe we'll get a clip, which will be fun for everybody. Yeah, short version. Oh, hold on. Here's 1000.
It's a bad option to spy on the car.
Maybe it's a bit low. I don't know.
You can spy. Are you enjoying that? Is that helping you spy on Coco? You getting sick of
cat.
Yeah, you. You getting sick of that yet? Because I'm gonna forget you're on there, and I'm just gonna move and not realise. And if you fall off, I'm gonna feel terrible. Yeah, have a sniff. Go on. So you just hold your nose there. Oh God, I'm just sensitive.
There's 1000. Yeah, so short version. My neighbour was assaulted in his home and came knocking for help. Yeah. And then Aurelia says, oh shit, the U-boat. That actually happened in Denmark, Mayor, some years back. The U-boat. What? Actually, there is, says Errol. We do. You are not required to explain yourself if you may incriminate yourself in crimes. no, sure, but it's not the 5th. You know, that's fine, and I think most countries have a version of that. Like, you know, if the police arrest you, you don't have to confess to all your crimes. You know, you don't have to be, oh, I'm sorry, I maybe drank a little bit too much last night, and I still feel a little bit. You know, it's like you don't have to. And then I was mean to the cat. It's like you don't have to confess all your crimes. You know, it's fine. Because then the police will be like, yeah, mean to the cat, right? Animal cruelty, drinking, you know, they'll just bump up the charges. They're like, you're going to give them stuff. They're like, they're police. They're not your friends. It's like, oh, this is making our job really easy. Right, we didn't even know you'd done anything, but this is brilliant. Thanks. I'm just going to keep writing this stuff down. And then you said a rude word. Ooh, that's another sentence. I'm going to take this off. I'm going, oh, it's such a nice day. So Ariel asks Aurelia if the guy's okay. And I guess we don't really know yet. But he got, you know, the ambulance came and took them away. And it was a head wound, which is never good. So we all hope he's okay. Let us know. Keep us up to date, Aurelia, if you can. And yes, and are you okay? Because it is traumatizing. I hope you're okay, Aurelia. 1000 says, isn't it just a lot of work to end someone in your own bed? It's a really bad idea. It's like your bed, and I hate putting your bedding on at the best of times. I mean, it's a good reason to. It's a good excuse. If you need to change your bedding. You know, it's like, it's a bit stinky. I think I need to change this. You know what? Might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. Obviously, we do not advocate for murder on this channel. That's a terrible idea. It's a joke. This is all a joke. It's all a joke. We're joking. It's funny. We're joking. He murdered who? Oh, sorry. Idol says U-boat. Someone built his own U-boat and killed someone on it. Some Danish inventor. This is clearly crazy. Wow. He's built his own U-boat and then just murdered the journalist on the boat. She obviously wasn't impressed by his boat. He's maybe he made the boat in order to get the girls, and when she, you know, rejected his advances, then this is the danger of being a woman. Men fear women ridiculing them. Women fear men murdering them. It's not an even balance of power there. That's crazy. Radio says, no idea, honest. He looked pretty banged up, but temple wounds can look real frightening because, yes, the head does bleed a lot. It often looks worse. I mean, it can be bad, but it often looks worse than it maybe is. I'm not sure. But he had serious concussion. Aurelia is not okay, but you will be. We got a new follower, and it's FS Vexel. Hello. Thanks for the follow. Not my first rodeo, says Aurelia. Damn, never thought I'd say that. It tends not to be, but it's never fun. Everyone's giving me a big hug. And 1000 is kind of doing so as well. Aurelia, so we got some interesting information. It's Peter Langskjær Madsen, born 12th January 1971, is a Danish convicted murderer and former entrepreneur. What's the business? Murder. In April 2018, he was convicted of the August 2017 murder of Swedish journalist Kim Wall on board his submarine UC-3 Nautilus and sentenced to life imprisonment. What a weirdo. Also, what happened to the sub? What happened to the submarine? Was it actually... Did it work? I would like to know. Would I like to know more? Yes, because, why? Why? Okay, so, the first question is why? Often there's, no reason. Because he's because he wanted to, because he was a psycho. That's why. But Is there more to it? I don't know. It worked. Submarine worked. Were they submerged when it happened? Or was it just in port? The sub worked as opposed to a certain other submarine. Yes, the billionaire sub. That didn't work. Oh, that was so funny. Hello, Bill. How you doing? Sloth dude. He first sunk it in an attempt to cover up the murder. Oh, I think the authorities fished it up and probably dismantled it. It's like, so the submarine's down, the submarine's at the bottom, and also we seem to have lost a journalist. Like, has anyone seen Kim? No, last we saw her, she was going to go interview that guy on the submarine. Right. It's not exactly the perfect crime, is it? How you doing, Bill? Hope you're having a great Sunday. Just gone lunchtime, isn't it? I saw a funny story I saw a funny story about billionaire wife. She was a billionaire, I think. I think she was literally a billionaire, and the cousin of Mitch McConnell, everyone's favourite Republican senator, whatever he is. Yeah, the cousin, I think, of Mitch McConnell, and she was a billionaire, and she had finished partying at a party, got into her Tesla Model X. And then full speed in reverse rather than forward, which was what she meant to do, into a big pond on the estate. Completely submerged. Unfortunately, Teslas aren't really submarines. They don't kind of, they're not really watertight. You're not really supposed to do that. So the car filled with water and she drowned. And I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that.
Oh, listen, baby. Put a little ass on it, like a baby.
Like a baby. Like a baby?
Put a little ass on it. Feel the smooth.
I think I feel kind of fine about it, honestly. I think I'm fine with that. It's like, Mitch McConnell's cousin. Full speed in reverse, into a pond. I think that's how I'd like to go, honestly. Well, it says, I don't remember the details, but I think they were submerged when the moida happened. Not 100% certain. Edel says, oh yes, didn't he use that as an excuse at first, i.e. that it sunk, and that was what killed her? How did he? It's very suspicious. Straight away, I'm quite suspicious about that. 1,000. Wow, you see police over here when searching for murder weapons and divers in canals. Imagine looking for a submarine instead. I imagine it wasn't like super duper deep. So I it's not like down the Mariana Trench. That would have been a good murder, because then you wouldn't be able to then you wouldn't be able to retrieve the evidence. Yeah, you see. You should have. I should have advised, honestly. I should have advised these things. But it says, well, I guess we now know what Bill feels about that. Bill thinks about it. Bill thinks we should put a little ass on it. This stream, says Slufted, is starting to look like the old joke about a bunch of lawyers at the bottom of the ocean, only with millionaires and billionaires instead of lawyers. It seems to be the theme of the stream, but I haven't, that wasn't planned, because nothing is. I prefer the billionaire woman who donated her entire fortune to New York Medical School or something. That's cool. I mean, that's great. Well done, billionaire woman. Was it an accident? Ruth Gottesman, the widow of billionaire Berkshire Hathaway investor David Gottesman, is donating $1 billion to cover tuition for students at Albert Einstein College of Medicine, where she used to work as a professor. I think that's awesome. I mean, that's brilliant. Wow. A billionaire doing good. That almost doesn't compute. What, a billionaire who has actually done something incredibly generous and Are you sure? But that's pretty cool. That's really good. So not the entire fortune, but just most of it. You know, there are some really good people in the world. And some of them happen to be billionaires. It's weird that, you know, billionaires get a bad rap. Mostly because they're all twats. But I guess, you know, it takes all sorts, doesn't it? Slough Dude says, only good billionaire is a former one for having donated it all. Indeed. You can be a billionaire for a very brief period of time. I think that's okay. And then you donate it. It's when you don't. It's when you keep hold of it and you're like, you know what? I've got over $1 billion, but I want more. It's like, it's not enough. I want more. That's when it's a bit, no. Wildcard says, there are a few. Hello, Wildcard. How you doing? Bill Gates can be an ass, but has also donated plenty to try to eradicate a disease or two. Indeed. But still mostly an ass. He's still mostly an ass, but I think he's like a bit of a misguided, I don't know. I mean, if you've got Bill Gates, Elon Musk, it's like, whoa. You know, the as far as assery goes, I think we can all agree on that. I think you kind of have to be an ass to get to $1 billion to begin with. Possibly do. It's hard, yeah. I don't know, but I also think about things like women like Dolly Parton. I don't think she was ever a billionaire, but she was extremely rich, and she's just an amazing person, right? Dolly Parton. She's made a huge amount of money from her music. Back when you could do that, back when it was possible to make money from music, and she's actually done a huge amount for donating and charities and a lot of stuff for women. She's very feminist. She's a fantastic person, and she's got massive generosity as well in her heart. Studio Errol says, I mean, if you believe the conspirinauts, Gates is doing everything he can to eradicate humanity. Not to forget infecting us all with 5G. I think Bill Gates infected me with the COVID virus nanobots. Actually, I think that was that Bill who did that to me? I'm not sure. And then he zapped me with 5G, and then he installed Microsoft Windows into my brain, and that was the that tipped me off. That was the tipping point. I'm like, fuck's sake! Like the rest was like a bit mean, but this is just cruel. I just want to keep enough money when I die to have a Viking funeral, but using something like a cruise ship as the boat. Some of those cruise ships are cray. Just a testament to late stage capitalism in every single way. And also it's just very unappealing. I don't know if what does everyone think? Let's have our first poll. Would you go on a cruise? Like, I just don't see the appeal, right? I think of cruises as something for old people to do. Old people who kind of don't really want to be tourists. They don't really want to see the world. They just want to do it from the comfort of a cruise ship. Ideally through one of the windows at the all-you-can-eat buffet restaurant. Just kind of watching things go past, but not actually... not really be interested in any of the culture, not really, because they like stop for a day or whatever at these places, yeah, and then they just move on. And I'm like, I don't want to be on the cruise ship. I want to be in the place. I don't understand the appeal. Look, maybe I'm missing a bunch of stuff here. Maybe someone can correct me or enlighten me. But cruise ships, going on a cruise, it's not for me. But hey, is it for you? Shall we have a poll? Would you go on a cruise? Free. It's a free cruise. You've won a cruise, okay? You've won a cruise, but you've also won. Hold on, but then you've also won a holiday. How am I doing this? I'm not sure. Someone else make the poll. I'm not sure how to do it. I'm just overcomplicating it. Sorry. So that's a good idea there, Wildcard. I like your style. Dolly also has a free book program for children. I think she's got loads of things, our doll. I keep getting COVID shots and I still don't have reliable 5G. I expected better. No, Tali, it's like it's the worst. It's the worst conspiracy ever. Like, I don't understand the point of it. I don't know. I guess there's not that many points to them. It's like, what's the point of the Earth, of you saying the Earth being flat? Like, what's the end goal here? What's the point of saying we never landed on the moon? It's like, I know it's just so you've got like special information and everyone else is sheeple, but like, how are we going to move forward from this? I mean, the Windows bit was the breaker here. That is a punishable offense. I know, getting the Windows. Like, no thanks. I'll go for Unix or Linux or something. Like, if I have to, but not Windows. Or Mac OS. I can't imagine burning a cruise ship, which is based on Unix. I can't imagine burning a cruise ship on the sea to be particularly good for the environment, though. That's a good point. Of course, they are terrible, even without burning them. I guess it's just like you want to get rid of, like, they're going to continue, like, they probably burn a cruise ship's worth of flammables every time they set sail, you know? So you might as well just get it out of the way. It's not great, but it prevents any further pollution because those are hungry engines, those cruise ships. Even worse than an F-150, honestly. Cruises. Being stuck in a tin can with people you don't like for 2 weeks or more. Yeah, I think that's another thing. It's like, I'm not sure I'd like any of the people on the cruise ship because I'm like, why are you even here? This is shit. Why would you come here? But I'd be there as well. So I'd like, you know, that would be a bit of a contradiction. So we got our first poll of the day. And it is, which vacation would you rather go on if you won it? That's good. Thank you. All right, that's a good one. Cruise. A resort. Skiing. Or an exotic adventure. Is that exotic or erotic? What's an exotic adventure? What is an exotic adventure? I'm not sure, but sounds kind of fun. Especially if you replace one of the letters. I don't know though, honestly. I think, this is a tricky one. Actually, this is a really tricky one. Can we have a definition for exotic adventure, please? Can someone, because I think I understand the others, but I just don't really know what the exotic adventure is. So I'm going to hold off my vote until I know. I need clarity here. Cruise ships offer floating petri dishes for diseases. This is also true. In fact, I believe that one of the I think there was an outbreak of COVID on one of them, and they had to dock up and be quarantined at the port, at the local port in Kristiansand. Sort of funny. I was kind of giggling every time I saw that shit. That was a couple of years ago now, I guess. Where it says, I may like to go on a cruise at some point, but ideally one that actually stops for 2 nights or more in various locations to give time to actually see things. Well, good luck getting that cruise, because I'm not sure. Does that exist? I don't know. Sloth did, and as noted, absolutely terrible for the environment. Indeed. Like, really bad. Real bad. We got a first-time chat from CSS7. Hello. An all-expenses-paid cruise? Yes, that's what you want. You'd like to do that, huh? There are some cruises in the Caribbean where they cruise in shallow waters, stop at different islands and so on. Lots of off-boat activities. Might be something worth checking out. Yeah, so you're making that cruise sound like not a typical cruise. I guess we're kind of thinking about typical cruises. And like if they do cruises which are like, oh, actually that sounds good, then it's not a proper cruise. So, oh shit, I actually might want to do that. CSS. Otherwise, you're at the mercy of the cruise and you get ripped off. Yeah, it's good to have an all expenses paid. That's true. I think they often are, like, you tend to get, free meals and stuff. Once you're on the ship, you're kind of on, I think most of the packages do include, all food and drink and stuff. Like, literally unlimited drink. Whoa. But still no. Still no. Caribbean just isn't the first choice for me. I'd quite like to go to the Caribbean. Not on a cruise. By exotic, okay, here we go. By exotic, I mean exotic adventure. I mean going to India and traveling around and seeing places. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Slofty says, Paul is missing an option for a nice old European city with lots of museums in it. That's like a standard, I mean, that's like a standard holiday, honestly. I don't know, yeah, we are sort of missing that, but I guess we can't get them all in, you know, and if that's what you like, then that's totally cool, and just tell us in the chat. If we don't include what you want to do in the poll, tell us in the chat. I'm going to vote, now I know what exotic adventure is. I'm going to go skiing, fuck 'em. No one's gone skiing, I'm going to go skiing, I love skiing. That'll be a good holiday. I've never really been on a proper ski holiday. I've been skiing a lot, but I've never actually kind of gone on a holiday to do it, you know what I mean? Where that was like the main event. I think that'd be really cool, to skiing every day and getting drunk every night. I think that'd be awesome. Errol says, that's fair, I like the Caribbeans myself. It is nice to know you're incredibly boring. Errol, stop it. No, bad Errol. I don't think that's boring, Slofted. I think that's pretty cool. It's very cultured. It's cultured. Museums, local restaurants, you know, little kind of back alley restaurants and stuff. Ooh, yeah. And, you know, that sounds like a good time, honestly. Just don't take Errol, because he'll be moaning about it. Slofty says, boring? I beg to differ, exactly. Studio Errol says, I hate museums. Oh, you're so uncultured. You're just such a Philistine, honestly. Okay, Tate can be interesting at times. Lots of museums and galleries, and they can be brilliant. They can be really good, honestly. I think there's something I want to show you if I can find it. It was an exotic adventure, by the way, the one that won. Exotic adventure. That was, yeah, by a decent margin. Everyone wants to go on an exotic adventure. It's possible that they misread it. You gotta read it properly, guys. Exhibition. This is a good one. So it's just been International Women's Day. I don't know if everyone knows this. I think it was 2 days ago, was it? International Women's Day. This is, yeah, this is fucking ridiculous. So this is yeah, this is what I'm going to show you now. You're going to fucking love this.